G'day guys, it's Hugh here and welcome to the first episode of my manager career on FIFA 18. As you can see by the title, the thumbnail, we are starting with a Huddersfield career. Now Huddersfield have had a terrific start to the Premier League season this year, and of course we are hoping to do the same in our career mode. If you guys go on to enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button, and let's get straight in by looking at our squad. Alright guys, so this is our first team. I've gone with a basic 4-4-2 formation, but I can change that when we make enough signings. And Huddersfield have a pretty nice young team. We have new signings in Jorgensen, Lossell, Mooney and Depoitre. I do want to make some signings, and I'll go into that during this episode. Depoitre, I know he's a new signing, but I don't think I'm going to actually use him, so he'll be a bench warmer. And for every team, you must have a seconds team, and this will be our seconds team. It's not that strong, but then again, we'll only be using it when we have the easy matchups. In the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, if we come up against an easy opponent, we'll probably go ahead and use this seconds team. Objectives-wise, it's actually pretty good for a Premier League side. The low priority for youth development, which is just the average youth academy scouting system. We have to keep a streak of 85% attendance in 5 consecutive home matches. That'll be easy, hopefully. Continental success, obviously, we're not in any European competition, so that's not going to matter. They'd like us to avoid relegation and reach the round of 32 in the FA Cup, and also finish mid-table in 2 seasons. Now, obviously, this is essentially a road to glory sort of career mode, and we want to be doing better than finishing mid-table in 2 seasons. We'd like to be pushing for European competitions. And finally, within 3 seasons, make sure the club worth increases by 30%. Now, if we are successful, we should be able to complete this in the first or second season. So, overall, these objectives are quite easy. And we have a £28.5 million transfer budget for this career mode. Now, when you compare it to other Premier League sides, that's not that much, but considering the business that I've got planned, that should be enough to make the signings I'd like to make. Now, of course, I did organise a pre-season tournament, and we will be going into that in just a second, but I'd just like to show you my shortlist of players that I would like to sign this series. So this right here is my shortlist, and this is a list of players that I would like to sign as soon as possible. Now, obviously, we have some striking options because I said that we needed a new striker. Depoitre is going to be our bench warmer, and I'd like to pair someone up with Mooney. So I've got Wissam Ben Yedder and Danny Welbeck, 2 consistent strikers, both the same age, and probably the same price. They're around the same rating as well. They're both fast, they both have good agility, both strong, and they're both terrific finishers. Well, at least in the game. Danny Welbeck isn't so efficient in front of goal in real life. We have an Arsenal youngster, Reece Nelson, who should honestly have 5-star skills in my opinion. He has 3-star, 3-star, he's 58 rated, but he's someone we could bring in as a future prospect. We've got Marco Bjaka from Juventus, who is a great left winger who I think would come straight into our side and perform on a weekly basis. And I'm really interested in signing this guy. Timothy Fosu-Mensah is a long-term target for me. Unfortunately, he is out on loan at Crystal Palace right now, but because of his versatility in right-back, centre-back and central defensive midfielder, as a 19-year-old, he's a terrific future captain for our club, I feel. Andy Najjar has been a prospect for the last 2 years on FIFA. He's always got great stats as a wing-back, and he can also push up as a right midfielder or a right winger if we really need him to, and he's definitely one of my targets. And the last one is Charlie Musonda. Now, this is another long-term target because he can play right mid and left mid. He's got 5-star, 5-star, which is great in a young talent. He's got great potential. The only issue is he plays for Chelsea, and Chelsea probably won't want to get rid of him. But as I said, a long target, we could probably get him out on loan, considering he's not a first team priority at the moment. So considering it's the first day of the transfer window, we're going to put in offers for Wissam Ben Yedder and Danny Welbeck. Whether they accept it is really up to the club. We're going to put in the exact same offer for each one, and then just hope that one of them accept. And here is the meeting with Arsene Wenger, and obviously we are going in for Danny Welbeck, and it will be interesting to see what price they ask for him. Now, I have an option to swap a player or offer a transfer fee, and I'm going to offer a transfer fee, and I'm just going to put in a simple offer of 14 million. He is 26 years old, and he's not first team priority for Arsenal, so we'll see what he says about that. And Arsene Wenger comes back and says 19.6 million. I'll tell you what, that is not a bad price for him, and we'll put in 17.5 for him and see what happens there. That's a fair offer. Well, Danny Welbeck, I'm not considering selling anytime soon, so that's why I put the sell-in clause. So that's good. We might be able to sign him. So you want to offer a transfer fee, and I'm going to put in £12 million, which is less than Danny Welbeck, but we'll see what they say about that. Oh no. That's not good. He's just stormed out. Oh, I can't negotiate with him until January. Man, that's not very good. Well, Arsene Wenger did accept the offer for Danny Welbeck. It's $17.5 million with a 18% sell-on clause. So it'll be interesting to see if we can sign him. So they want crucial, and considering our team and the ratings of our team, I'm going to accept that. He's 26. I'm going to offer him a 4-year contract. Awesome. So they've accepted the 4-year contract length. We don't want to release clause on Danny Welbeck because he is going to be our main striker. So the wage. Current wage is 110 with a signing on bonus of £1 million. See what they say about that. They like that. And we have made our first signing of Danny Welbeck. And there we go. Danny Welbeck has signed from Arsenal, now wearing the number 23. And with that addition, Welbeck slots perfectly into our striker position. Well, considering we just signed a player, I think we go and sell some players. So I'm going to put all of these players on the list and then come back to you when I've done that. So these are the players that I put up for transfer. We've got Dean Whitehead, Colin Quainer, Ty Ryan, and Danny Kane. Now, I'm getting rid of Whitehead and Quainer. I'm getting rid of Whitehead because he's 35 years of age. I'm getting rid of Quainer because we have lots of players in the striker position now, and quite frankly, at 26, he's not going to have any more growth, so we don't really need him. And I'm getting rid of Ty Ryan and Danny Kane because they are still quite low rated and they're already 20 years of age. And I've put all of these players up for loan. They're all under 20 years and they're quite low rated. So if they grow while they're out on loan, they'll be able to stay at the club for next season. But if they don't, they will be sold like the other players that I put on the transfer list today. Of course, we do have the first game of the European International Cup. We're going to go ahead and simulate it and see what the result will be. And we get a 1-0 win with Hogg scoring in the 60th minute. Unfortunately, Rajiv Van La Parra is out for 6 weeks with a torn hamstring, so we might have to sign a replacement for that. Now, after Danny Welbeck signing, we only have £8 million left in the transfer budget, which means we won't be able to go big with signings unless we sell some of our big players. But considering we've already done successful business with Arsenal, we might go in and try and sign Reiss Nelson. You know what? We're just going to put a transfer fee up. And I'm going to say 1.2 million. They like that offer. Arsene Wenger, what is this? He's easy to do business with in career mode, but in real life, well, considering Reiss Nelson isn't going to be a proper first team player, I'm just going to delegate. I don't really know how much he'll want, but he's a young player, so that's what we'll say. Reiss Nelson accepted for a 5-year contract for £15,000. That is terrific. Now we have another game in the European International Cup against Ahmad. We will simulate this once again. We have Danny Welbeck playing, and hopefully he'll be able to score. He does. He actually scores 2. Aaron Moy scores 1 in a 3-0 victory. That is a very good performance. We have a loan offer for Joel Coleman on a 1-year deal. And he's 21, 60 overall. We're going to go ahead and accept that offer. Just to make the confirmation, Reiss Nelson has signed from Arsenal for £1.2 million. And now that we do have Reiss Nelson, we can go ahead and start training my players. So we're going to train Reiss Nelson on passing and shooting drills, Mooney on dribbling drills, Schofield on a goalkeeping drill, and what's his first name? Florent. We're going to call him Florent. And Florent on a defending drill. Strasbourg have approached Chelsea. The loan deal for Charlie Musonda. That's not good. I'm going to have to go and try and sign him now. So we're meeting with Chelsea to try and get a loan deal for Charlie Musonda. And we're going to try and get him for a 1-year deal. And Antonio Conte agrees with that offer. So we might have Charlie Musonda on loan for a season. We have the last European International Cup game against Genk. We will go ahead and simulate it once again. Danny Welbeck is in some good form in this preseason tournament. And he does go ahead and score another one as we win 2-0. Oh no, Christopher Schindler is out for 6 weeks with a torn groin. He's our starting centre-back. And that is not good at all. Charlie Musonda has rejected the proposal to join our club on loan. Oh, that's terrible. Well, before we finish this episode, I'm just going to simulate the semi-final of the European International Cup against Pacos Ferreira. Hopefully we can get the W. Danny Welbeck, as I said last time, is in some good form. And yes, we do get the W. 3-1 win over Pacos Ferreira with Danny Welbeck getting 1 and Tommy Ince getting 2. In training, we do have Schofield going up to a 54 rating. Well, I'm going to leave that episode there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for episode 2 of my Huddersfield career, where we will be playing the final of the European International Cup against Gent. Thank you guys for watching.